Vivid Obsidian have won literally every single week of the Krunker Pro League. Some of their biggest challenges have come from Erasure, and they have been bowed out, albeit though that was when we played on the Singaporean server, so you could argue that Erasure had a slight advantage, but it doesn't matter. Vivid still won that, and now they find themselves here. They knocked down W very, very early on in the day. You know, it was brought to you by Dojin and Jemadiah, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final. Take us away, Zed.
All right, it looks like the boys are all rushing to the first point there. We're already off to the first fight here. Oh my god, taking down W a little bit there. Vizsla's taking that little box to the corner, peeking over, and it looks like they've got that first point secured already. Oh, but the pushback's pretty strong there. It's left with just Vizsla. They're all gone. Oh my god, that was too quick. W's just too quick. They're insane. All right, looks like the boys coming back from Vivid. Oh, the whole point was uncontested there. I don't normally see that. What's going on? My boy Fireblaze is there in W. Oof. The boys are killing it right now from Vivid. They even though they lost the point, they came back immediately and retook it within seconds. And right as I say that, you know, just to throw a little bit of dirt in the face there, they get taken out immediately.
As we head into the next point now, though, it's a very, well, I was going to say it was a close game, but Vivid Obsidian, they're pretty strong here in about a 500-point lead. They stack up on a second point as well. W, they need to go hard, and they need to go now, because Vivid Obsidian, they are very fresh at the moment, but W, with that momentum in their favor, Vizsla with the 1-2-3, the left, right, good night, sees Vivid Obsidian just hold onto this point with an iron grip. W, with just over 30 seconds remaining, have to mount a counter-offensive, but they come in, they drip in. Fireblaze gets taken down, Lazan and Vizsla, 2 kills between them apiece. They've been waiting literally all day for this game. W, maybe the fatigue is just starting to settle in a little bit. We spoke a lot about them in the previous games and how it's taken them such a long time to get through their matches because they've all gone the distance. And Vivid Obsidian, you can just see how fresh these guys are here at the moment and why they are the kings of Krunker here, especially in the KPL. They're flying this OCE flag high, but in come W, and I think Vivid Obsidian, even though Fireblaze gets himself a triple kill there, Vivid Obsidian would have been more than happy to have given their frags over there.
Vizsla seems to be their little secret weapon. Every time I see a little skirmish go off, it's Vizsla holding it down for Vivid. Oh, and they've gone to the third point here now. The boys all sitting in there from W. Feather Z bouncing back and forth, getting ready for that first peak. The boys pushing in. Vivid win that trade-off there. They're now all sitting on top, letting their health regen a little bit. Hop, the last to regen to full, and just before he can get the full, the team comes back rushing in from W and get immediately taken out with just Hop and Wing still up. Viz is just sitting in that corner. He is such a little secret weapon for these boys. He's always been top of the game when it comes to OCE Krunker tourneys. Oh, and looks like we've had a trade-off now. W have taken over point 3. Still a massive difference, though, in points here. 2,110 to 760 as they push up to the next point.
Yeah, Vizsla wasn't exactly sure if the boys were going in there or not. The answer was no. Vivid Obsidian, they're set up on the final point. And HopCX, we haven't really said his name much so far this game, but he finds the frags when the time is needed. And Vivid Obsidian are starting to just really dab on W here a little bit. Wingman and Vizsla. Oh, Vizsla with the 3. He's on absolute fire here. 21 frags. Literally carrying Vivid Obsidian here at the moment in terms of score. But it must be said, everybody on that side has done their job. HopCX getting 2 frags at the end. W, they are, you know, they're up creek without a paddle here at the moment. They are in a very, very bad position, to say the least. They do not have the time anywhere near the amount to take this back from Vivid Obsidian. And whew, we spoke about if, you know, that momentum was going to be the wild card, what, you know, exactly what they needed to wash over the top of Vivid Obsidian. Well, that answers that question, I dare say. Vivid Obsidian, they've put up a brick wall.
Jeez,
and,
look at that.
Yeah, that is, that's...
Bit of
rough.
a stomping so far.
It's rough if you're a W fan.
64 to 40 on the kills there. Viz holding top of the board for literally everything, whether it's objective points or score. He's absolutely killing it.
Yeah. 26-9 is Vizsla here at the moment. The next close on Vivid Obsidian is Lazan on 14. So more than 10 kills ahead. Vizsla having the game of his life. And why wouldn't you, Zed? It is the grand final here of the Krunker Pro League as we get into this first point. Both of these teams collide in the corridors, and Wingman now back on this point. The 1-2-3. Meg is hunting for the fourth. Wingman! He gets the ace. Are you serious? Vivid Obsidian's LMG steps up. He switches roles midway through the season, and he's still going. OpCX gets himself 2, but in comes Wingman again. He couldn't quite round out the frag onto Platty, who's been really a standout here with this revolver. But when you're going up against Vivid Obsidian, there's just so many brilliant players. It's really, really difficult to get your name, you know, or even your foot in the door, so to speak, because have a look at Vivid Obsidian and just how well they are holding this first site here. They've got a 300-ish, well, just under a 300-point lead here, but Vizsla gets 3 for himself as well. So Vivid Obsidian, everybody is absolutely stepping up here as we head into the next stage here, Zed. Vivid with a nice lead.
It looks like W's already at that point. Pretty easy for them since they were all downed in that last round. But an easy clear from the boys from Vivid. Look at that. No one went down. Laz barely lost any health there, and they've already set themselves up for the counter attack here. Looks like it's going to be 3 push to the right, 1 to the left, separating themselves. Blaze goes down straight away. Oh, but a very clean kill there. And, oh. Is that a wipe? Is that a wipe? Did the W just wipe out the boys and take the spot back? I think they did, but it's already traded back. Vivid now holding it down again with a 600-point lead. They are not taking any prisoners today at all. They are not pulling any punches. These boys are here to win. And again, the counterattack works. It's just trade for trade right now. W now in control of the point. The point is about to be lost here while we move to the next point itself. Wingman got a little bit greedy there, went in for a couple extra kills and just lost it.
The adrenaline's flowing for Wingman, especially after that first point he had. Vizsla still just dominating this game here with the Famis in hand. Gets 3 again. Oh my goodness. Someone get over there and just, you know what, just have a look. Poke over his shoulder and just have a squiz, because 40-15 is absolutely disgusting in terms of KD. But here comes Erupt and Platty. They both combine and they actually succeed in pushing Vivid Obsidian off of this point. That is very, very much needed. They can afford to breathe a little bit, but have a look at the way Vivid just slide hop through. OpCX gets 2, so does Erupt. He's still going the one-on-one versus Lazan, though he can't quite clutch it out. And Lazan, the king of the SMG in the OCE region, will get the boys spawning back on top of him. And Vivid Obsidian will hold yet again. Playing off the site was Erupt. He gets 1, but Vizsla still absolutely carving up W like a hot knife through butter. Vivid with a 1,000-point lead heading into the final stage.
Boys are pushing to the final point now. They're all kind of all over the place. Their OpCX was in the background. And pretty easily there, they took out W. W now getting themselves ready. Erupt sitting around the corner waiting for the rest of these boys. They're pushing in. Blaze gets destroyed immediately. It's now down to 2 from W. Oh. Never mind, that's 0. That's it. The boys are just holding it too well. Vivid are just killing it. Is there any chance W can come back here at all, Kit?
No, I don't think there is. It's a mathematical impossibility at this point. Over 1,000 points. To be clawed back and under 30 seconds, I don't think it's going to be possible, especially when, you know, you got to push Vivid Obsidian off the point to do it. It's a tall order by any, you know, stretch of the imagination against any team, but against the Juggernauts, the Titans, the Kings, nay, the gods of Krunker. It was always going to be difficult, and that is, I believe, map 1 going over to Vivid Obsidian. And W, we spoke a little bit about the momentum that they had going through that lower bracket. It was a tough slog for them. They just crashed headfirst into Vivid Obsidian at 1,000 miles an hour, and Vivid don't even take a step back. They absolutely dominated them there on Bureau. They won't make us wait for long because they are chomping. They are frothing at the bit to take this prize home. Of course, it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, Corsair and Mwave, and the developer Yendis. Without any of them, the prizes wouldn't be on offer. The Corsair gaming packs wouldn't be on offer. There'd be no cash. There'd be no crunkies. None of it. Not even this broadcast. So huge hats off to Corsair, Mwave, and of course Yendis for all of the support that they've given us throughout the entirety of the Krunker Pro League.
They are pretty generous and pretty good to the community, the Enders boys. They love these community events and seeing everyone get together.
So we are underway here, Doge, and I believe the developers will be watching this with bated breath to see if Vivid Obsidian will be able to cruise on through. So far, they clash on the first point. Vivid will have control. In comes Fed the Z. Does take down Vizsla with a bit of momentum under his belt as well, but it's very, very short-lived as Lazen is there with the SMG. Takes two, and this is good stuff here. Fed the Z comes back in, runs headfirst into Lazen, who tried to continue his rampage, but Platty was there, and who else but Vizsla gets himself on the board as well. So far, Lazen leading the charge here with 6 frags, and on a point like this one on Undergrowth, where you would argue Vivid Obsidian, this is their best map. It's hard to outgun an SMG, as you see there. Fed the Z gets the receiving end of Lazen's SMG, but Fireblaze with his own comes in and removes him. Now W have control of the point, and Platty takes down Vizsla, but in come Vivid Obsidian. Holy hell! 2 frags for Wingman, and Vivid, they just spread the kills between them at the end, but as we head into the second stage here, that is a telling play.
I reckon this point here is the hardest point to defend because there's just it's too open. There's not a lot of space to hide up there. You're on a raised platform, just makes it super easy for the counterattacks to come through. And a Hop just slides right into the back there and starts wiping them. Jumps right over the next guy. It's taken out. A successful defense there by W as the score gets a little bit closer there. You know, we're looking at 590 or 610 to 490. It's still winnable by W here as the Vivid boys now take over. Fireblaze letting his HP regen, hiding behind that box with the rest of his team go down in a blaze of glory whilst Wingman comes up from behind. And that would be the Vivid boys holding now point 2 for another 15 seconds here. Can they do it? The counterattack pushes in again from W. They go and do the pincer maneuver and immediately take out Vivid to snipe up some of those last few points. A little skirmish breaking out whilst they're waiting for the next point to come through. And it looks like Vivid's already going to be there and waiting.
Yeah, we are heading into Temple, and there's Wingman. 1, 2. Fed the Z and Fireblaze taken down. He's got another one there, but Lazen will be on cleanup duty and does take down Platty. Vivid Obsidian just struggling a little bit here. It's not as convincing as they're used to, as W mount a counter push, but they run head first into Vivid Obsidian yet again, and that is one hell of a stack if ever I've seen one. Now Vivid, they hold firm over a 600-point lead. Fed the Z with a nice frag, but Vizsla and Wingman, you just can't remove them here at the moment. They're standing like just stone gargoyles at the temple here, and you cannot displace them. W are trying. Fireblaze going up through the high here as Fed the Z goes very, very deep down long, and now Lazen gets 2 before Fireblaze says that's enough of that. He's still going! Fireblaze! Oh, he's got a 3-kill streak. He's not looking at the long, though, and Vizsla comes down and says, get back to spawn, son. Now there are 3 seconds remaining. W have control, but Vivid Obsidian more than happy to set up at double walls.
It was a short-lived victory there for Fireblaze, but still well fought as the boys push to point 3 now. No, sorry, point 4. They're holding. And the boys are getting themselves set up while W toy around with Laz, who was unfortunately just not in place at the time. They try and come out to help him. Doesn't work. Oh, there's a good exchange there, but Vivid does hold the point. The W boys are all slide homing across the map now, trying to come around, but it looks like the Vivid boys have started to push out to start picking them off. But, oh my god, what a feisty fight there. The W boys quickly take over point 4 from Vivid. They're not going to try and circle as many points as possible. I don't know if it's the best idea to have someone in the back there not getting points, but the Vivid boys immediately take that back. Currently, it's a 1,000-point lead with only 8 seconds left. I think it's safe to say that the Vivid boys have won this next round.
I think that is a very, very safe assumption there, my man Zed, as Vivid push that lead out very, very comfortably. And I'll tell you what, this is why they are the kings of Krunker. Have a look at just how well they're playing here. This is it. The last roll of the dice for W. It's been one hell of a tough fight for them so far, Zed, but they really need to dig deep. This is all they've got. Maybe they're just running out of steam, or maybe Vivid Obsidian are just that damn good. It could be either, but at the moment, Vivid are proving it to be that they are the best. And you take us away here for the first round of this the first stage of this second round here.
Yeah, and the boys go into an immediate skirmish. Vizsla planting himself firmly where the flag is, and Vivid take control of the point within the first 15 seconds. It looks like the W boys have split up, which is never a good idea, but they've taken control of the spot. They're pushing in, wiping Vivid out, but Vivid are coming in hot and fast and heavy and ready to try and take it back. Vizsla poking on his own, being taken out. Wingman flies to the back of it, gets taken out as well. No, sorry, I take that back. He managed to take W out, and it's Vivid reclaiming the point with just a measly 110-point lead. Skirmishes continue with W retaining control, trying to make up for lost time. If they let the boys from Vivid get ahead now, that's when it's all over. They're going to lose that momentum, lose that mentality behind it, and it'll be GG's before we even get to the second point.
W more than happy to give their lives over there because the second point is available. The spawn was a little bit long. There's just maybe a miscalculation there as Vivid Obsidian do arrive at the site first. Wingman with 2 still going, and Lazen finds the final one. Now Vivid Obsidian, even though that first point was a little bit difficult for them, they set up firm here on the second one. In come W, Lazen with the 2, make it a 3 for Lazen. Oh, just stepping up to the plate here and smashing it out of the park every single time. You can see W trying to mount a counter-offensive. Zed goes in by himself. He comes Fireblaze though, down long, does get 2. They weren't expecting it, but Lazen with a nice flick of the wrist does manage to get the frag onto him. Now Vivid still in control of this point. This is starting to look a little bit dangerous for W because Erupt comes in and gets 2 kills, and Platty gets 1 onto Wingman. Now W actually have control of this point, but they don't have the squad where they want them. In fact, they tried to get back to the point and they crossed paths with Vivid Obsidian. That is not good. They lose 2 members, and that just allowed Vivid Obsidian to have the player advantage. Now we set up into Temple, Vivid with a nice lead.
W currently holding down Temple, picking off Vivid as they slide in one by one. Very, very easy retention there for W. They have 1 player out in the open out there. We're currently spectating Chad, who's going to hold down long there, while Fireblaze holds to the right towards the 4th point. There's a big skirmish happening outside down long. It looks like Wingman's got to slide in but get eaten up immediately by Chad. W still holding the point, keeping it very, very close here. They're nearly caught up. They're about to overtake on points there. There's still a good fight here to be had. Wingman pushing into the deep back there. Wingman takes the point for Vivid. W comes to contend. Not possible. Wingman going to hide in this corner and let his HP regen a little bit there. Blaze finds him like an injured little puppy there and takes him out. And the rest of the boys push in. Vivid now holding the point, trying to get those points out of there. And crazy skirmish happens between the 2 teams. Hop CX, the last one alive, holding it down for the boys as they push to the next point.
Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This could very well be the last point, the last round, the last game of the Krunker Pro League if Vivid Obsidian have their way. But hold the phone. W have actually managed to take the point. This is good. They're going to get the lead from Vivid Obsidian here. Feather Z playing off the point, but can't find the frag. It was an absolute whiff there. Oh, that would have paid dividends if the aim was on point, but it was just not to be. Now Vivid Obsidian have control. 30 seconds remaining. Platty comes in, gets 2 before Vizsla says that's enough of that. They lose a couple members to Vivid Obsidian, but the spawn is going to come back in their favor. 20 seconds remaining. W, what are they doing? They go in 2 at a time. They get absolutely demolished by Vivid Obsidian. Not like this. Oh no. But take a bow, Vivid Obsidian. You are going through completely undefeated and taking your rightful place on the throne as kings of the Krunker Pro League. Congratulations. You are walking away with $600 for Corsair gaming packs, and thanks to developer Yendis, you're getting 4 10k Krunker packs. Well done to Vivid Obsidian, but it's not all sour grapes. For W, they're getting $400 and 10k Krunker packs, 4 of them. And you know what? We have to give a shout out to our 3rd and 4th place teams, walking away with $300 and $200 respectively. It is W and Erasure. And well done to all of the teams here so far today. Zed, not bad for your first time, my man.
I have a newfound respect for commentators. That is crazy how you keep up with everything there. My eyes were darting all over the place trying to figure out what was happening when. But big hats off to the boys there. I mean, look, I had a feeling Vivid was going to win, but the W boys put up a really good fight, especially that last round. They went crazy. Fireblaze has improved so much since when I first met him, actually, back in 2019 when he first started playing Krunker. And look at him now on one of the best teams in the entire Krunker Pro League. Good for him. But, you know, shout out to the boys Laz, Wing, Hop, and Viz. Vizsla is just an animal. He's absolutely insane.